This is the annual HKS All Japan Drag Meeting, so there are cars here from as far away as Hokkaido and Fukuoka. The pits are crowded with nothing but Japanese performance cars. Every car is turbocharged, and most are running on street-legal tires, though at this meet a few open-class cars also made an appearance. It's really awesome to see so many drag GDRs in one place. R32s are clearly a favorite. The Street Fighter and Street Fighter Pro classes make up 95% of the entries at this event. All of these cars are running on street-legal tires. There are 4 divisions, one for the popular Sylvia and 180SX models, one for Mazda rotaries, one for Nissan GDRs, and an open class for everything else. We'll save the GDR division until last. This black R32 Skyline is a GTST, but it uses a GDR engine with a trussed T88 34D turbo. The type of turbo used is usually the most significant difference between Japanese drag cars. The elapsed time you can achieve with a certain type of turbo is a matter of considerable pride for Japanese workshops. For the benefit of American viewers, we've converted the terminal speeds to miles per hour. The terminal speeds often seem unusually high because of the poor 60-foot times. Rotaries seem to have the most trouble getting off the line, often bogging down, but their top-end speed usually makes up for this. This white Supra was built by the HKS Tokyo workshop. It's running a T51R ball bearing turbo and the new HKS FCON V Pro Engine computer system. Seems to work okay too. Here's another T51R on a 2JZ Supra engine, but this one's in an MZ20 Soarer shell. The boxy old Soarer isn't too pretty, but it's lighter than the Supra shell. Not light enough to beat this T88 equipped RX-7 though. The yellow Sylvia is running a smaller CA18 1.8 liter engine. The race was actually won on reaction time, so the slower car still gets the win light. You can't get much closer than that. Another tough Supra. This one was built by Red Zone in Hokkaido. Hokkaido is the northern island of Japan, so they had to take a ferry to get to this meeting. The car's engine is a 3.1 with twin HKS 3240 turbos. Looks like the ferry trip was worthwhile. If you saw our first video, you'll recognize this FD RX-7 with its T88 34D turbo. On the better prepared Sendai track, it runs a couple of tenths quicker. This S14 Sylvia uses a smaller KAI version of the T51R turbo on a stroked 2.2 liter SR20 engine. It's up against the Red Zone Supra we saw earlier. Red Zone also brought this R32 Skyline GTS-T to the meet. The original RB20 engine has been stroked to 2.4 liters with a modified TO4R turbo. Despite this much cheaper setup, it actually beats the Supra's time. Apart from the GDRs, the only four-wheel drive cars you'll see in the Street Fighter class are Mitsubishi Evolution Lancers, or as the Japanese call them, Line Evils. Both of these cars are running the same HKS 3240 turbo. Remember the HKS Kansai car from our last video? Here it runs its best ever time. MR2s are good for street drags as the mid-mounted engine puts all the weight over the driving wheels. The 3S GDE also has a strong racing pedigree in both rally and GT cars. It must have been a pretty crowded ferry. Here's another Red Zone car running a T88 34D turbo. The fastest MR2s sometimes dip into the 9s. This garage active car has a 2.1 liter engine and HKS TO4R turbo. You don't see many AE86 drag cars, especially not ones with two JZ Super engines. This Supra uses a pair of HKS 3037 turbos with a neat air feed pipe from the headlight and fat flared fenders. It still comes second to a plain-looking FC RX-7 from RE Wing. This blue Stillway Sylvia was probably the quietest car at the meet, but it was also the fastest Sylvia. Another car using twin HKS 3037S turbos, this time an FD Series RX-7. In Japan, it's customary for the whole team to help out with the burnout. They even tell the driver when to stop.